Welcome back to another NQ Ninja video for January 28, 2026. Today was FOMC and we had some movement to the upside, to the downside. And I want to just first start off by looking at what I posted this morning. So it's funny because the weakness portion actually played out perfectly in what I talked about in this previous daily resistance area. I'll show you that in a minute of what we did. And then actually in the after hours, the cup portion of this is actually moving up. So you can see it here. We bounced down and then now we're actually breaking up. So both worked out. Let's kind of look at what that looks like. So if we look at this today, I'm going to start on the 30-minute. And yes, I did get a video. I got a webcam. So now I'll be doing video on some face cam on my videos as well. So what did we see? So earlier, I'll show you this, we had a nice channel that we could really look at right here. And I would draw this somewhere around here, right? Beautiful touches. You can see it top, bottom, top, bottom, top. You'll see this a lot where we run up. We'll then we'll start to kind of move sideways. And that's actually what we did here. Make sure I get the right tools. And we start to build a little bit of weakness, right? So there's that, right, that we're going to build. And eventually what that does, this moves up. We top out at the supply area, and then we start to roll down. And we can use the moving averages to really help us with that move down. So why did I think that we could go back to this previous day? You can see it right here, previous day resistance. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take this off the charts. I want to show you what I was seeing at that level. So if I look at the daily, these areas right here are very important, right? Resistance. Here's more resistance. We didn't even get up there, right? And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if we break above this area, which that's why I marked it right here with this line, if we get above that, we're probably going to get a move up to some sort of supply area. And then we might actually try to come back and test that area once more. And so knowing that we've had so much resistance up, right? We couldn't break through, and then we finally broke through here. My thought process is if we come down, we're probably not going to bounce, or we're probably not going to break down off of that, right? We're really going to find support since, in the past we found resistance. And so that is what we saw on the day. And so that's kind of what I was looking at. I'm going to remove this stuff. That's what I was looking at when I was mentioning this morning of, hey, we could really make this move to the downside, find kind of support at this previous day resistance, and then bounce up. Now, we did right at close have this huge wick that came down. I think this is signifying more buyers that are coming in, that are stepping in for this move up. You can see what we're doing now, right? We got this cup play to the upside. So that's what I'd be looking at right now. So you have a cup play here that will probably move up to, around 320 shortly. But then on the higher time frame, we have even larger cup way up here, around 600, 580, 600. So I'm not saying that we're going to get that move tomorrow. But I do think we will get that move up. But again, you can't just you can't YOLO into longs expecting it to work. It just depends on what your, psychological level is. It depends on what your risk management looks like. It's not just technicals, right? That's part of it, but there's other parts of the game that you have to learn. And those are things that I'll talk about too as we kind of move forward. So if you haven't, subscribe if you want to hear more about these videos. I'm going to review the days each day, such as this. I did pretty well today taking this bounce off the bottom. And I want to show you some things I saw on the intraday. So let's go ahead and just remove some of this, and then I'll kind of talk through it with you. So what did we see intraday? I'm going to start on the 5-minute. So the 5-minute gave me... let me see what I saw earlier. I took my channel off that I had earlier, but we had a beautiful channel that we could draw And I'm going to put that back on the charts. So that channel, let's see, something like this. It was something like this, right? Bunch of hits, right? We break below that channel. I had this channel actually on my chart the whole day, and I did call it out in the post this morning. I said if we break below this, look for us to come back down to this daily resistance level. So if you took that retest at 180 and you took that all the way to this level, 130, that's 50 points you could have made on that move. So again, it's just identifying these structures. All right, so what do we see on the 5-minute that we could really say, okay, that looks like a great move? So what I saw later in the day, this is after the FOMC, we had this move down. We broke the demand zone. We broke the channel, and then we kind of made support at this previous daily resistance or daily support level. So what I was seeing of this being kind of a bottom, we then try to push up here, okay? Doesn't make it all the way up. We do wick up here, but it falls back down, right? And I look at this as another, what I call a double bottom. So I'm thinking that this could actually become a W. So we go down, we pull up, we go down, then we pull back up. And exactly where I thought it would go is this channel, okay? So go retest the top of that channel once more, and that's exactly what we did. So again, I would be taking it to this level and getting out, especially after several wicks up here. Got to learn how to read this price action, right? We can't get above it. We're probably going to go lower, okay? So that's kind of what we saw on the 5-minute time frame. But again, anything taking longs in this area was a beautiful play today. Now this long wick here came after hours, so we're not really worried about that. But that's one thing I saw. What else did we see today? So let's look at open. So open was around here. So let's look at right here. So 9:30, we come up, we test the top of this channel, we fall back down. Again, we have this supply area that we have drawn up here. These areas actually matter, right? They tell us a lot about what's going on with price action. Now, I do actually use the 200, the 9, and the VWAP. I just don't always show those in the videos here, just because I think it adds a little bit more complexity for folks. But it's very straightforward, right? If I get below this 9, so this red line, we can't get above it, we're going to come back down, right? Can't get above it, we're going to come back down. And it's the same thing. We're going to break, come down. We're going to build liquidity, break, come down. That's exactly what we did. And then look what we do later in the day. We start to kind of cross it over. We keep crossing. We're crossing over. We just can't make our mind up, right? We get kind of a move here back up to this area. But what I'm seeing is that we had this move down. We're building a bottom or a base to then get that move back up. And that's exactly what we got. Now, we did get some manipulation where we came down, from like 150 all the way down to like, where do we end up at? Man. So 150 points right here, right? That's manipulation. But it was necessary, right? This right here is to gain more buyers. And those buyers helped us push back up. Now you can see what we're doing now is we're up at this level right here that we're trying to kind of build liquidity to push up into this area. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Again, these are things I'll discuss more in some videos and topics coming up. I do have some videos coming out at some point discussing some of these more in depth, not just intraday. So make sure you subscribe, like this video if you would, and tell anybody that you know about this, because I'm trying to build this up to help others in their trading journey. So have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.